So, welcome to another episode. I don't know which number it's going to be of Evolution of a Joke. I'm here with a guest this time. Do you want to introduce yourself or should I? This is Mahad, my cousin, and he's here to hang out. He knows most of my jokes. You probably know my jokes probably not the best, but probably the best.
Who better than me?
Yeah, I was going to say probably, right?
I've seen the evolution of many jokes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to break down some of my stand-up. I'm going to show what I'm working on, what I'm tweaking in between performances, and hopefully make the jokes better. That's the goal. And I welcome everyone to come along for the behind the scenes. So, the first joke.
Where is this at? Is that in Calgary?
This is in Calgary. This is in the Laugh Shop. I'll set the stage a little bit. So this joke is a joke I wrote like a few weeks before. And this is my maybe second time ever trying it on stage. What I'm doing when I write a joke is I'm writing, not like shotgun approach, but like I'm writing a lot of the things I find funny about this thing, and I'm gonna perform them all.
Okay.
So like I'm of course gonna try to have structure, but also I don't want to just go down. I don't want to go down like a narrow route.
Yeah.
I want to have some branches because I'm open to the fact that maybe it changes direction and maybe other people don't think, like I'm still in that. So I'm trying to perform almost everything I initially think is funny about this joke.
Okay.
This was me at the airport.
Already funny.
No, why? No, you know what's funny? Chaotic. Actually, it's funny you say that because I stay away from things like the airport normally because it's been exhausted almost. The airport, almost every comic goes, I was on the airplane. If you want to like write a hack topic from the 90s or whatever, it's like, I was on the airplane, like whatever. I also stay away from a lot of comics do. I was at this show and this person said.
Okay.
Because I noticed like a lot of comics, they spend a lot of even me, I spend a lot of time at shows.
Yeah.
But then your jokes start to be about, at this show.
And that's not relatable.
It's not relatable.
Yeah.
Like everyone else there they go to 1-2 shows a year. And you're like, at this show. If you do that 5 times in a row,
it
might be funny, but nobody's connecting. So.
Damn, that's crazy you picked that up. I feel like I've heard that a lot in like from comics, and I feel like a lot of people aren't like self-aware enough to kind of like be like, wait a second.
Well, I do it too. A lot of times it's like a second part to your joke. Like here's the joke and then go, someone came up to me and they said this. Or at a show this happened, and then it's like a next leg of the joke. But if that's every joke you have, in my opinion, it's not relatable. Yeah. So this joke, I was at the airport, and then just people were going slow. I was mad. I was like hungry. I was hangry. These 2 old people were going so slow that I got so irrationally mad at them, and I was like, why? Why are old people? They should die. Like I was just like, that's where I was at exactly. But exactly as soon as and you know me where I'm normally like I'm calm. But I was actually, and I'm like, why am I so mad right now? Like, what?
Even deeper background on this. I remember one time when we were like kids, you know how your dad used to make us debate? Yeah. I remember one time your dad was like, everyone over 50 should be killed. And then he was debating. And your dad's like sitting there 55. And we're like, like, do you have something you want to tell us?
I forgot about that, but maybe that.
I said, no, that's
They should stay alive a little while. Maybe I did steal this joke. But that's...
But that was not a joke. We were seriously debating, bro.
So it's obviously crazy, and it's stupid. But that's essentially this joke. You know where this joke is going, and that's essentially where I was at the airport and I was mad at these old people. So I write through stuff. That's what I do when I'm like, why am I feeling this? Like it's basically like journaling. I do that in jokes. Like I'll be like, why am I so mad? Anytime I feel like actually like really mad or frustrated, number one, odds are other people feel that feeling too. Maybe not exactly but like right. And then also there's a human element to it. Like what, if you feel like I won't say a deep emotion, but like I was legitimately like, I won't say deep like, I was just like, man, like I'm so mad right now. And then I realized like have you seen the movie Love Actually? Yeah. Like the airport is a place for like love and connection. It's also a place for hatred. And I'm like I'm gonna write this through.
Okay, that's
exactly. Brilliant. So I'm like, so why am I so mad?
All right, I'm gonna try a new joke. It's not gonna work because this is a geriatric crowd. But let's do it anyway. You guys are old as shit.
That's funny. Okay, that is true. So this is like I came to this show. I usually come to the show with like something I want to work on. And today it was this. I'm like, I want to do this new joke. So the set, like the first 5-6 minutes of this set, which is a guest spot, I'm doing mostly jokes that work, except for the one right before this. Or I'm adding tags. But I'm like, I just want to get to this joke. And when I went on stage, this was like the oldest crowd I've ever seen in my life. Like it was all old people, and I'm like, But I'm like, I'm doing the joke because I want to, like, and so
in front of the ops.
Well, think about it. I'm like, I really want to do this joke
in front of the clients.
And then, here's my thing is, I have a rule of thumb where I'm like, I don't do a joke. I don't think you should do a joke unless you could do it in front of the people it's about.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I walked out, I'm like, number one, I didn't think the joke was gonna work because I'm like, I've never done it. And it's all old people. But number two, I'm like, I have to do it now. Like, I can't be like, oh, I'm not going to do it because it's old people.
Yeah.
I think there should be no more old people allowed at the airport. I do. You guys take a cruise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. No, because they can't go. They act like they have all day. You don't. You could die today. Like, hurry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have to be able to rush at the airport. That's my thing. Is like they can't rush. They just take their time. Like everyone who rushed from their generation died 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like we got left with the lingerers at the airport. They're just on a moving escalator, walking. I'm like, you guys, and they ask you stupid questions. They're like, where's my boarding pass? I'm like, why are you going to Ibiza in the first place? You know what I'm saying? You're 86. You need to go have a heart attack. Grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. Especially the men. It's true. Old men should not exist. I don't think they gotta be a man. You know what I'm saying? Have a heart attack. Don't. Put a stent in and go to Lisbon and stop every 5 seconds to catch your breath. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's true. We'd be on vacation and my girl's like, oh, look at this old couple. They're so cute. I'm like, you know who looks the happiest? The widows. They do. They look. It's the nicest thing you can do as a man is die in an industrial accident in your 50s and have a good life insurance policy. That is. No old woman wants to be on vacation, walk around all day, then have some old wrinkly balls in their mouth. They don't want it. They want to tell stories about you. They do. They gotta.
I'm gonna show my first time doing this joke. This is my second time doing this joke.
Okay.
The craziest thing happened during this joke. I saw, in writing this joke, I know it's a lot easier to go at men than women.
Yeah, punching up.
Is it? Is it? Yeah, it's true. When I was sitting at the airport and I'm like writing this, I'm like, why I hate all these old and they should die and all the men, right? And I'm like, and I realized I was like, oh, you know what? I've never met either of my grandfathers.
Oh,
right. I was like, I never had like an old person, like an old man.
Yeah.
And I'm like seeing all these old men on vacation. I was like,
jealous.
Yeah, I was like, yo, who are these old guys? Like, what do you? Yeah, exactly. I had that. And what's the feeling I can relate it to? It's like
shitting on something because you can't afford it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like it's just like I'm like I had that feeling where I'm like I feel away. That's why I'm like, man, why are these guys on vacation in the first place, right? And then having said that, so I'm like I'm gonna attack the men a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Doing this for the first time or second time ever in front of all these old people.
Mm-hmm.
The old women loved the joke.
Ooh.
They were all like hitting their husbands, laughing. And because I do the line where I say, you know who looks happiest? The widows. Number one, if you're a widow, it's like, haha, it's kind of funny. But number two, if you're still with your old man, you can laugh,
mm-hmm.
right? Like you can laugh on behalf of but like
mm-hmm.
he's still there. So it's not like you don't feel bad.
Yeah.
That was my number one takeaway from, I was like, oh, I'm keeping this because number one, I think I like it,
mm-hmm.
right? Like it makes me laugh. Like what a premise, just like all men should be dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you should have a heart attack. You know, like like real men have heart attacks. You know, like
yeah, that part was crazy.
But
I love that.
Exactly.
3 things. One, I feel like it's kind of like men die before women, and all these old women know that their husbands are going before them.
Right.
So it's like guiding them through.
You
grief
should die for exactly.
Yeah. It's like they know, and it's like they're laughing about it now.
Yeah.
And like, but it is actually a very real thing, and they're laughing about it, which is. You know, which is kind of a cool thing. Like I think you're helping them talk about something difficult and like laugh about it at the same time.
Yeah.
Which I think like those difficult, hard to talk to things when you hear them on stage in a joke is like what makes like a joke like really hit. And then 2 quick things. One, calling old men lingerers is killer. You make it sound like they're a fart. You know what I mean? Like,
a lot of these jokes are. It's kind of funny for the audience, but also it has to be funny for me too. What you're doing at that age too, you're lingering. You know, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. Yeah, exactly. You're lingering.
The other thing is, I didn't know balls could get wrinklier.
You know what's crazy? That part I actually took out. Number one, I'm trying to write cleaner. Number two, like I try to make my analogies and like metaphors not be sexual.
Yeah,
because it's cheaper, it's easier, it's lower hanging fruit. Yeah. The first time I just said that.
Yeah.
But now I try not to.
Okay. And also I could see when you like explained your approach to like joke writing in terms of like having like a lot of places to go and kind of like shotgunning it.
Yeah.
Like I could actually see, after hearing that, I could see it like in you doing jokes, like the way you're just hitting so many things like consecutively.
It's a little bit disorganized, exactly.
But I kind of like it. It's like, because to me, without the context, it seems like that's intentional. It seems really like professional, like you're doing something really hard, but naturally. But then like hearing that it's actually not like a prim and proper like rehearsed thing, and you're actually just like going at it, makes a lot more sense. Because even in watching that, I'd be like, how does somebody write like that? Like how is he able to naturally just like, you know, like go off on so many things about the same thing? But then like hearing you be like, no, actually this isn't me just like doing something that I've pre-rehearsed a million times. My mind is actually just going into a lot of places at once. That's really cool to see.
Sometimes the first or second time I do jokes, actually I perform it better because of that reason. Thinking about it a lot, I'm and it's kind of more natural. But like rewatching it, when I rewatch this, I see so much fat. That's how my mind, where I'm like, there's 10 seconds or there's 2 thoughts where I'm like, that's unnecessary.
Yeah, like you want to be more concise in delivering your laughs.
And so it's weird though, in the process of cutting it down or cutting the fat out.
Yeah.
It might seem a bit more rehearsed like the next few times I try it. But then you get to a place where now I know what beats work. And I know the rhythm and I know the pockets, and then I can get back to being conversational because
where it's going.
I know where it's going.
Yeah.
But the first time I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta find it.
It's like you're scrambling.
Yeah.
And that's why it's kind of. Then after it sounds like, you know, a little bit narrow and not as. But then later, once I know, you can play around because I know how to.
I know the destination.
Exactly, I know the destination.
Do you think there's like comedic anorexia?
What does that mean?
Like,
you just said it like it's a normal term. Do you believe in comedic?
Bro, because like you're talking about like cutting the fat, right?
Yeah.
Do you think there's like a comedic version of cutting too much fat, and then, you know, you just add an anorexic
like
joke?
That's maybe like Anthony Jeselnik, where it's like just one-liners, right? Like
just a bunch. Okay,
where's no story, right?
Yeah.
It's just like
just boom, boom, boom.
Just joke, or like Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah. Oh, do you think there's a necessary amount of fat in a joke? Like when you're in the process of cutting the fat, is there a point where you're like, actually no, like this might be a little bit of fat, but like it's necessary or if it's necessary, it's just not fat?
I think if it's necessary, it's not fat.
Okay.
I sometimes cut too much because my mind skips steps sometimes where like I see something as funny, but I miss the explanation step.
Yeah.
Where it happens in my head.
Yeah.
But then I actually have to like add sometimes.
Yeah. Like the audience needs that exposition.
They need it
to like understand what
exactly.
you mean.
So there's 2 shows in one night. I was doing guest spots on them.
Hey.
Where is it?
What do you do in between these shows? Do you just like around?
No, I'm just in the back. The early show I did that, and then even from show to show, I'm like, now there's something else I want to try in this joke.
Damn.
So I'm looking for that now.
I think there should be no more old people allowed at the airports at all. I think I have some people agree. See, they're too slow. They can take a cruise. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they can't. I think you have to be able to rush at the airport. They can't, like, everyone from their generation who rushed died 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We got left with the lingers. It's the worst. They're just going slow, asking stupid questions. They're like, have you seen my boarding pass? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw your prostate at the urinal. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I saw your boarding pass.
Definitely shock value humor.
Kind of, but also it's weird. Like in my first year of stand-up, I had this joke where it's about how old people take so long to go pee. Like you can hear them struggling at the urinal. Like, and I'm like, if you're like, if you're exactly, if you're doing that at the, I'm like, look, you got it. And I read this thing that said most men who die with prostate cancer.
Oh.
So not because of it.
Oh.
But die with it.
Okay.
So like all these old guys who die, they also had prostate cancer.
The whole time.
Just whatever, the last few years or whatever. It's kind of shock, but it's so funny to me to say, have you seen my boarding pass? I saw your prostate at the urinal. And then be like, maybe.
Why are you going to Ibiza in the first place? You are 86 years old. You gotta have a heart attack like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, grow up. It's true. I think like old men shouldn't travel. I don't even think they should barely exist, to be honest. They should. If you haven't had a heart attack by your 80s, what kind of life are you living? That's all I'm saying. The women agree. This is They do agree. Low, they can't say it, but they agree. I was, my girl, whenever we're on vacation, she's always like, look at this cute couple. Like, look how cute they are. They're so old. I'm like, you know who looks the happiest to me? The widows. They do. They look. I'm telling you, the most romantic thing you can do as a man is die in your 50s and have a good life insurance policy. I swear to God, she wants to tell stories about you. You know what I'm saying? That is what she...
Oh, they're loving that one. I'm not gonna lie. Like both audiences.
This is funny. So this is a few months ago. This is like the second and third time I ever tried this joke. Let me show you the first time I tried it, because the first time was not good.
I'm glad like you weren't discouraged though after the first time. Like you knew it was funny.
Not even that. I just I do a joke like at least 5-10 times before I discard it.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
That's the evolution.
You know, yeah, but I also got immune to like, does not hurt me anymore if people don't think it's funny. Okay. Like I'm just like, all right.
Okay.
It's just like data points to me. Yeah. That's how I see. I'm like,
I was gonna say it's like the scientific
process. And it's also a reason I have to try. You have to try like at like shitty shows, at good shows, on club weekends. So there's this idea that you should only do your stuff that works, but it's like no, you also should try something new in a good environment too. So that's why like you should sandwich it. Maybe 10 minutes in to a set or 15 minutes in, try a new joke. Once they like you, to see, because if you're only trying it at open mics, sometimes you're not getting honest feedback there either. This is the first time I ever say it, and I just want to show one thing about this set.
Compliment I've ever heard a woman give a man. She's like, yeah, he was a decent husband, but he had a great life insurance policy. He did.
Okay. I don't know if you caught the difference of how I said it the first time, but like that's the first time I ever said that. It's a long sentence, and that's an example where I'm like, okay, so this idea of having good life insurance, I want to keep, but I'm not doing it justice. And it's funny, after the show, someone came up to me and they were like, I work in insurance. Life insurance payouts are actually not that big unless the person died in like an industrial accident or something. They actually also told me within 1 year of getting a life insurance policy, you can't get it for committing suicide.
Huh? Wait a second.
Like if you get life insurance and you kill yourself, the life insurance doesn't pay out.
I thought it never paid out if you killed yourself.
No, after it's not funny, but after a year.
Okay, so
you have to wait a year.
It gives you reason to live.
For 1 year. And then, so I took that and I go, okay. Then I changed it into the most romantic thing a man can do is die in his 50s in an industrial accident and have good life insurance. And then I turned that into, when I finished, I say she doesn't want to blah, blah, blah. She wants to tell stories about you, how good of a scaffolder you were until you weren't. That's how it ended. Remember I told you that when I start a joke, I'm just throwing, and then I kind of narrow it down. Then I play with the pauses. Then I play with the timing. So in doing that, and I'm like paying attention, right, to what the crowd laughs at all the time. And so one of these shows, I started it. I was kind of thinking, and I was like, yeah, there should be no more old people. And I kind of paused for, and then they started laughing at that. Because I'm like, that's even funnier, right? Like, that's a funnier way to start, to say, not no more old people at the airport.
Yeah.
And that happened by accident. But then I'm like, let me write this in. As soon as that happens, that almost became its own joke. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to this next episode of Evolution of a Joke with my guest Mahad here today. And hopefully we'll see you soon. If you want, you can leave questions or comments. You can email it to me.
Email me.
She said email's better.